Hello! We're excited to show you our native speech capabilities, where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started. Welcome to Culture Anchor. Today, we're cutting through the predictable, saccharine obituaries flooding our feeds. We're not here to simply mourn a TV mom. We're here to understand a profound cultural shift marked by the death of June Lockhart at the age of 100.
That's right. Her passing isn't just the gentle closing of a storybook. It's the slamming shut of a dusty, leather-bound volume of American identity that we've been trying to rewrite for 60 years. June Lockhart was a cultural anchor, a living fossil from an era when the American dream was sold wholesale on flickering black and white screens.
And it's not just the end of a life. It's the final, undeniable death of the archetype she perfected, the steadfast, unshakable, eminently decent American matriarch. Frankly, the analysis that simply frames her as the perpetual TV mom, be it Ruth Martin on Lassie or Dr. Maureen Robinson on Lost in Space, is a rank disservice.
Absolutely. That lazy analysis misses the subtle steel beneath the surface. Lockhart was a master of a now extinct art form, portraying unwavering competence and grace in the face of utter absurdity. Think about it, treating a collie's barks as complex, plot-driving dialogue on Lassie, or maintaining composure on Lost in Space while a histrionic robot screamed about imminent doom.
That takes a deep well of professionalism. And to understand her impact, we need to look at the drama off the screen. She was deliberately cast in Lassie after the brilliant but mercurial Cloris Leachman was deemed not motherly enough. The producers wanted an ideal, and Lockhart became that platonic form, a balm for a nation grappling with Cold War anxieties. She wasn't just Timmy's mom, she was America's mom.
But the really fascinating part, the one that shatters the TV mom label, is Maureen Robinson. In 1965, while women on Star Trek were largely yeomen in miniskirts, Maureen Robinson was a credentialed expert, a scientist whose skills were vital to the mission. She was the unyielding, intelligent center of gravity. The show may have devolved into camp, but Lockhart's portrayal never wavered. As George Takei once remarked, they had warp drive, the Robinsons had a family. Perhaps they were the more advanced civilization after all.
And let's remember her pedigree. She was a thoroughbred, born into a Hollywood dynasty that valued craft over celebrity. She won a Tony Award at 23. This deep experience allowed her to bring profound believability to her roles. It's why fans treated her not as a nostalgia act, but as a revered elder stateswoman at conventions. But here's the controversial question that hangs over her legacy. Was the archetype she perfected a cage? Did she reinforce a restrictive vision of womanhood? Feminist critics of the era might argue that the image of the domestic goddess was a tranquilizer.
A valid but overly simplistic critique. Lockhart's genius was infusing these roles with intelligence and inner strength that the scripts only hinted at. Maureen Robinson was a scientist. Ruth Martin ran a farm with unshowy competence. She showed that domesticity and competence were not mutually exclusive. She played the game by the rules, but subtly, powerfully rewrote them from within.
The real reaction to her death isn't in Hollywood's hollow tributes. It's happening in the quiet clicks of people scrolling through old clips on YouTube. It's the pang of a generation realizing that the last voice of that era of earnest, uncomplicated reassurance has gone silent.
We live in a world of moral ambiguity and anti-heroes, a world that cynically rejects the very idea of the steadfast matriarch. We tell ourselves we're too sophisticated for the simple lessons of Lassie, but we're lying. The endless appetite for reboots and nostalgia tells the real story. We crave the very certainty she projected. Her death forces us to confront the fact that the America she represented, stable, decent, and fundamentally optimistic, even when lost in space, is well and truly gone. We are all the Robinsons now, adrift without our matriarch.
and the silence she leaves behind is deafening. The danger, as always, Will Robinson, is very, very real.
Thank you for joining us on Culture Anchor.